It's AskCherado, going worldwide. Now call me up and we'll talk for a while. You wanna keep it simple and hear the tea? Believe me, this is the place to be. Excuse you, you crazy for real. Excuse you, you crazy for real. Real chica say word, AskCherado.
It's Sherado on the AskCherado Show right here on WLVS ListenVisionLive.com. Here tonight with our producer, the Urbanista.
Hey, hey.
Our controversial commentator, Kevin Lance Murray.
Hi, I'm only built for Cuban links.
Wow.
Okay. And as always, we want to hear from you tonight. Hit us up on social media at AskCherado. Call us at 202-758-8607. We'd love to hear from you. Tonight we're talking about dudes who win.
Winners, no chicken dinners.
Some men just have their choice of good women to choose from. Mm-hmm. Right, Kevin?
You're going to get me in trouble with this.
What characteristics do these men possess that guarantee a plethora of women who adore them?
Do you want the answer?
Yes.
We'd
like to hear from you.
I don't have the answer, but I could imagine it has to do with just being responsible and organized and confident in a way that doesn't go into arrogance. But more importantly, talking to women like they're people, because you guys are people.
Wow.
And
we made it.
Yeah.
We are people. Thank you.
Yeah, just, being someone who's respectful of women in a way that it exudes them. Like a man who's respectful, there's a certain energy associated with that, and I think that helps. And it doesn't mind having killer abs as well.
That's certainly helpful to the situation.
You said it doesn't mind having killer abs?
Yeah, what I meant to say.
It
doesn't hurt.
It
doesn't hurt having
the green
killer
juice.
abs.
Apparently, the spinach juice is.
It's not wine.
But it might have something else in it.
Urbanista, do you have any specific qualities that makes a man a winner?
I think
in your
honesty. Like, I don't think that men really understand the value of honesty. Like, just the straight up truth, regardless, because there's so much value in that and the opportunity, even if somebody has the right to choose. Like, if you're telling me, like, hey, this is what I'm doing and these are my intentions and this is how I feel, then I have the choice to either accept it and deal with you, or be like, oh, okay, this isn't for me. But when you take away that power of choice, I think that's when you really play a lot of games with people. So for me, dudes who win are dudes, like, bottom line, first off, are just completely honest about their intentions and how they feel and what they want and what they think, even if they're not sure if it's going to change. But, like, at least in that moment, be consistent in who you are. Like, there's no reason for you to be lying about where you work or
perhaps there is to that. Well, I have a very short list of just
short?
12.
It's like 12?
That's not that
That's
short.
like
for me personally,
that's
that makes a man a winner in my opinion.
Of course, a woman would say that 12 is short. You guys.
But they're all very, very necessary qualities to complement my personality. So for me, this is my personal. We'll get into all the research that was done for the show. But my 12 are, number one, a genuinely kind spirit. Like somebody who is just a naturally good person. I can feel that, authentically from the beginning. And then number two, innately joyful. So I don't want to be around anybody that's in a bad mood all the time, because that would just totally throw me off.
Or someone who's like late. Like,
Yeah, perhaps like that too.
Speak of the devil.
But we won't get to that until number 10.
Or the werewolf.
Number 3, and just an all-around nice person, a nice man, because a lot of women like assholes for whatever
you like
reason.
A nice guy.
I do. I like.
Sherrod, I make you like just a tad of asshole too.
No.
The idea of someone who's gonna check you if you need them to check you.
But you can check without being an asshole. Yeah, you can.
I think you have to have like a small amount of assholeness to be able to really
disagree.
check
Don't-
someone.
Street.
That
Like
is
asshole
not
street.
hot to me at
It doesn't have to
all.
be street, but I'm just saying,
No,
like,
street.
you have it in you. You don't have to be an asshole all the time, but if you need to be an asshole, you can be an asshole.
But you know, asshole is the not cool part of stuff.
Exactly.
Like being hardcore, being, frank
Tough
and
guy,
flat out.
yeah.
That's more, that's could be okay. But then when it turns to the asshole, like, you an asshole. That's rarely cool. When you don't think
That's
so?
never cool to me. So I have to completely disagree. I'll take
If you're
the
a cool
nice
asshole,
guy.
hit us up.
Yeah, please. Because you're a unicorn.
That'd be the unicorn for men, a cool asshole.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know. Think about that a little bit.
Well, number 4, don't sweat the small stuff. I can't stand people who like to beat a dead horse. It's like, if it happened, it happened. Let's deal with it. Let's talk through it. Let's work through it. But I just don't want to hear about it 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
But let's move on, I
yes,
guess, right?
please.
Let
I
it
mean,
go or leave.
Yeah, like, let's figure it out. I mean, even if we can't agree on the terms of whatever we're disagreeing about, let's just agree to disagree and move on and not harp on it forever.
For sure.
Number 5, just an all-around confident man. Somebody who's super comfortable in his own skin. So, see, Kevin, these aren't that like
I mean,
crazy.
it's so important, though.
They're not crazy.
Nothing is
It's
worse
a
than a
short
man who's
list
insecure.
of 12. I
It's
mean,
not 12 is not. It's not a short
Short
list.
list of
It's
12.
like 12
short
play,
list of 12.
but for real life.
It's a reasonable 12. We'll say
okay,
that.
reasonable 12
play.
so far. Number 6, open to emotional vulnerability.
Oh, wow.
Because dealing with black men most of the time, you guys aren't emotionally unavailable. So I'd like the emotionally
just put it on
available
black men?
because that's who I date.
What about Latino?
So-
Oh, okay. That's what you think. All right, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
a cool way to take.
It's
Do you
not.
find
It's an observation.
Have you dated other races before?
I have.
And do you find that they're more emotionally available?
Yes.
Good to know.
That was straight to the
She
point.
just said that like whatever.
No, that's true.
Is that a show topic? Did
Yes.
we do that once?
Yes. They are emotionally
No.
more available.
Yes.
They're not as scarred from whatever past situations or lack thereof certain things in their life, and they're more open.
Who are they?
Others.
White Latin men,
The other brother.
Okay. White men. Yeah.
That's a whole nother show, though. Let's get back to
Yeah,
the
that
list.
is another topic. We should revisit that again later.
so number 6 was open into emotional vulnerability. Number 7, a stable man who's financially and emotionally stable, not just finances, but emotional stability is really important too. 'Cause we can't have you all over the place, leaving notes on cars and doing crazy stuff.
Oh, my
you know.
God.
Don't be out there flattening no tires either.
Flattening tires. I got a flat tire the other day, too.
And
We gotta
niggas-
talk about
and
that
niggas just don't
offline.
be getting flat tires.
Question
Man.
for you, Cher, in regards to that last item on your list. Would it matter if a man was financially stable but not emotionally stable, or emotionally stable but not financially stable?
No, it has to be
Maybe
both.
both.
Oh, well, beggars can't be choosers.
I mean, because if you're financially stable, but you're
Crazy.
emotionally unstable, which means you could be crazy.
That's a bad combination. 'cause
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. You can do
afford-
a whole
yeah.
lot.
Hard to
Yeah, I'd probably rather you be broke and unstable
But
than rich.
if you're financially unstable but emotionally stable, you got a shot.
I don't know.
You have
Wait,
a
what
shot
if
at being
you're
financially
financially-
stable
That's what I'm saying.
someday.
He might turn the corner.
But when, though? Are you supposed to wait?
No.
Why?
Someday we're going to make it around that corner.
A lot of rich men didn't make it till.
I mean, financially
a lot of years
stable, I don't know. To me, financially stable doesn't mean rich.
It doesn't.
ago. Okay.
That just means that you're stable
You're
or whatever it is that you're doing.
You're contributing consistently.
And you're
Right.
not going to go out one Friday night and just blow your whole check.
For the whole rent
Let's
is just
hope not.
You're
gone.
living responsibly.
Yeah.
on Bel
yes.
Air.
Yeah, I mean, it has nothing to do with, making 6 figures or under or anything like that. It's just, it's a steady situation
Okay.
that makes a woman feel comfortable.
And
Essentially.
then that's when it comes into what's comfortable.
Well, whoever you're with. I mean, by,
Right, right.
your own standards within your
Okay, that's
your
refreshing.
personal relationship. And number 8, I mean, we do have to be attracted to each other in some
Yeah,
way.
that chemical connection.
Yes.
You can't fake that. I believe it was Andrew Dice Clay that said, when you're looking at the person you're with, like looking at them in the bed, you should want them. Like you shouldn't be with someone that you look at and be like, damn. I don't
Andrew
even
Dice
know.
Clay said that. Everybody said that.
I mean, that's who I heard it from recently, and he said it in a very Dice Clay way. I didn't want to do the impersonation because
Well-
I haven't rehearsed it, but you know, you want to be with someone that you're attracted to. That was the point of that. So I was just agreeing.
Yes.
And so was Andrew Dice Clay.
And number 9, a man who has my or our best interest at heart always. Like he's always consistently not just thinking about himself, but us and how a situation may affect us and me.
Okay, so can you narrow these things down to like the killer 3, like the ones that? Because
Well,
12
I'm
is
not done
like
yet.
12 is a lot. She's not only on 9.
I'm
dog.
on 9. Number 10 is consistent.
Ooh.
That is number 1 for me.
Ooh.
So consistent meaning a man of his word.
On time.
So he says he's going to do it, and he
on
does
time
it.
don't have nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
I
like
think it does.
somebody
This is gonna be
who
on time.
says, "I give you my word," and then over and over again, they're consistently fulfilling what they said that they were going to do. That is the number 1 thing for me. And number 11, a man that understands. This is for you, Grindstone. Time waits for no man, and you have to seize the day and not wait for tomorrow, because what needs to be done today needs to be done today.
Word on that. Carpe diem.
So, those are my top.
me.
That was only 11
How'd
though.
that come from?
Oh, I added another number 12, a secret number 12.
Oh,
We'll talk about that later.
okay.
But my top 3 is definitely genuinely kind spirit, innately joyful, and consistent.
Well, here's the thing. Some guys are like very, very skilled sociopaths, and they might be able to simulate this checklist.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but when you hang out with men in their 30s that are single, you'll meet a lot of extremely skilled sociopaths, like that are still single and trying to remain single, you know?
Right.
And I know dudes that could just destroy this list and convince you.
Yeah, but only for a certain period of time.
That's
I mean,
true.
you might be able to do this for a good 6 months,
Yeah,
but
there'll be cracks in
but
the
the
armor.
clock is ticking. Like you can only put on a show for so long, and then you're going to be busted. I mean, all this list is
But
going
you-
to be a situation.
But you never know how long it'll be. Like for all those people out there who are married and found out that they're part of a bigger family, like they didn't know. You know?
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
They
mean,
did
it
not
may
know.
be longer than 6 months,
Right.
but eventually you will find out.
Yeah.
And that's not your fault. Like,
No.
I mean, you were operating under the premise that this person was being truthful to you or with you. So, as you should. I mean, you shouldn't go in doubting.
That's true, because you can't get relationship insurance out here.
You cannot.
They don't offer that. Discontinued.
Absolutely.
You dig.
Yeah. I would say that this guy is at a premium.
What, you mean this guy's and the guy that
This
fulfills
guy.
these
Right,
requirements?
yeah. Like that guy who is this is if he's single, he's highly sought after, correct?
Yeah, he's not going to stay on the market for long.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
that's why he's winning, and that's why he has a plethora of women that are trying to,
But what do you
choose
mean
him.
winning? You mean
He's
taken?
winning. No, he's not necessarily taken. He has options. He has his pick of the litter, so to speak, because he is a rare, like he's rare.
But if he exercises those options, you would then write him off as a player.
Right.
Would you not?
What do you mean? If he
If he had these checklist items and he was that dude and nice and honest, but he wasn't ready to settle down necessarily, or maybe looking for the best situation for himself, and he was going around dating actively, and
Yeah,
I don't have
that
a
would
problem. I don't have a problem with that as long as you're honest. See that and that's where honesty comes in. I think for me, when I have a problem with a player, is someone I think about who's not actually being honest about what he's doing.
oh, that's a womanizer. That's like a different thing. You know what I mean? Like a player, you can be a player and be honest, and it's not the best title, but it's not completely
Yeah, I guess I don't
disrespectful
think
to
about
women.
players like that.
But
Like all the players I know are not honest.
They're not. Then they're womanizers. That's different. That's a much, much worse transgression.
Look, I mean, when you get into lying, like a player don't have to lie to kick it.
No.
And so it's good to have the honesty there where he's like, if these are the bullets you want to shoot at me, cool, I'm going to take them, but you don't have nothing else left because I've told you the truth. There is nothing else to hold against me or to throw at me. I told you the truth. Now, a lot of the times that turns into take it or leave it. And right now, we're going to allow you, the studio audience, to take it or leave it. We'll be right back on the AskCherado show.
Deuces.
After this break.
But we're going to come back, though.
We'll be back.
And we're going to talk more. And she's going to be here.
Yeah.
Whether you're interested in buying or selling a home, there's no bigger decision than choosing the person who will represent you during the transaction. A qualified, experienced real estate professional makes all the difference by helping you navigate the many decisions that arise when buying, selling, or leasing a property. At RE/MAX Sky Real Estate, our agents have the experience, expertise, and drive to help you find that perfect property. RE/MAX Sky is here for you if you're purchasing your first home, searching for a luxury home, or looking for commercial space. As the first luxury RE/MAX collection office in the district, we offer specialized services to clientele focused on purchasing luxury real estate. We're dedicated to delivering outstanding service and results you can count on. Contact RE/MAX Sky today to get started, or visit us online at www.remax-skyre.com to learn more about how an experienced real estate professional can assist you. Serving Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. RE/MAX Sky. Outstanding agents, outstanding results.
We're back on the AskCherado show.
Okay. We're full of ourselves tonight.
Shut up, on WLVS Listen Vision Live. Please hit us up on social media at AskCherado. We have a special guest tonight, James Sutton. Are you there, James?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, James?
Hey, what's going on?
Everything is good. So you're Ohio against the world, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Okay, LeBron.
Stolly.
Yeah.
We just saying our little
kick this season off.
Ohio reference.
Yeah, everything we know about Ohio. That's it. That's all we got.
Pete Rose.
Well, James, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what you do and how they can find you on social media.
Social media, third born first, spelled just like it sounds. So I'm Ohio native. Some friends of mine. I've moved around quite a bit, but just a habitual entrepreneur. We've kind of started this whole Ohio against the world thing a couple years ago, just out of desperation for opportunities during the recession. So, like, I myself moved to New York and did some things in the creative lane and in marketing and branding and that type of thing. And my business partner, he moved to Chicago. And but just like like you all mentioned, whenever we would say, "Hell, I'm from Ohio," it became like this thing. Like, well, LeBron left. This was when he was in Miami, so it was just kind of like this real stigma attached to everything that was Ohio related. And so we just took that and flipped it and turned it into this thing that's growing into like this really cool lifestyle space where people are embracing a lot of the awesome things that happen within the state, and they're using it as platforms to move forward.
Awesome,
and
things.
It does help that LeBron is back. So
yeah, I was going to say
For sure.
that's nice. So really, Ohio has a lot of people who feel like the world is against them. Because I know when that recession went down, and the recession is probably perpetual in Ohio, straight up.
because Yeah, because I mean, this is a blue collar type of. I mean, the Midwest it was a lot of manufacturing that was affected. You know, for sure. You know, steel industry was really big here. Manufacturing, auto industry. I mean that the big three. All of that filtered down from, excuse me, from Detroit. So I mean, especially Northern Ohio, it was all GM and Ford plants that were affected by all of that. So, but then a lot of the sourcing came from Southern Ohio. So I mean, across the board, people were affected by it.
You know, a lot of people from Ohio can fight.
Yeah.
There's some good fighters out of Ohio.
Adrian Bronner's.
Hey, look, when the economy's down, people got hands.
Word.
Like look at look at the champs. I mean, they come from places where it's all bad, and so you learned how to turn that negative into a positive, and so now you're considered a winner in your world. And tonight we're talking about Urbanista. She peeped you out on social media and said that you were a winner.
Yeah, she's feeling you.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Oh,
just so you know.
Said you was a winner.
Putting you on blast.
Yeah.
Right.
She was blushing when she was talking about you too. She was like, he about to come on the show tonight.
Oh wow, I appreciate that.
Now he blushing too. Now he blushing too.
Well, we're talking about dudes who win, and I briefly spoke about the 11, 12 qualities that
it's a Bible.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Too many.
Very, very thorough
Yeah, I heard
things.
that.
I'm not sure if you heard, but and we're going into another blog that I read today, which was kind of interesting. It was a unanimous blogger that wrote about the two types of men that are out there. You're either a lover or you're a provider. That's how he broke. That's how he broke it up. And a lover is a short-term person, whereas a provider would be a long-term person in your life. And then that's how he believes women view men, either short-term or long-term.
Like you're fun or you're not that fun, but it's cool. Right, and he goes into that.
He breaks it down into different categories. So he believes there are 8 total categories, and he believes 4 of them are dominant personalities, and then 4 of them are submissive personalities. So it's quite interesting. The first personality is the bad boy. And, the dangerous, thrilling.
Wait, was this example Sammy the Bull?
Out of all the bad boys, you had to pick a goddamn snitch? Come on, man.
Yeah, I think that.
What about Mace? Yeah,
So
he's
just
a
a
bad boy.
Sammy the Bull.
Boy.
What they're doing.
Okay, all right, keep going.
So the bad boy, the one that acts super tough, dresses, tough,
They
all
drink,
of that.
They smoke. Okay,
Yeah.
tattoos.
They're doing the most.
Hey, ladies.
So, and the idea behind it is, why do women like this dominant type of personality? Why are they drawn to the bad boy?
I think women who are drawn, as a former bad boy attention seeker, I would say protection. I think and I think that it's like a subliminal thing for a lot of women, that they really feel like they have to have this bad boy to be protected for whatever reason. Like, it could be a variety of different things that happen in their lives, and they feel like that.
That's so interesting, because I don't think about a bad boy protecting me. I actually think about a bad boy getting me into more trouble that I don't want to be around.
Damn.
So
Okay.
I've never liked the bad boy.
You've never liked a bad boy, not
never
even
liked
for
it.
one night?
Nope.
Wait.
No.
Come on.
Bad boy.
No. Don't like the bad boy, but
But you like the boy being like really good and not bad at all?
No, I mean, I guess it depends on how you're describing bad.
He drinks, he smokes, he cusses.
That doesn't make you a bad boy, though.
That's to me not a bad
I mean, I'm
boy.
reading what this is.
A Harley. He's any guy on a Harley.
That doesn't really say bad boy.
That bike life.
Do
you have a Harley,
criminal
James?
record come into play at all? Like, is that an issue? Is that
Yeah, that would be an issue.
to me, like, that's a real bad person, like just like a habitual criminal.
Oh, well, maybe not habitual. If you just got a couple
What are
priors.
the charges?
Nothing
Are the
violent.
charges, like, what are they, like,
Had to pee in a
distribution
couple
charges
drugs.
or like murder charges or like?
Well, attempt murder. Like,
Attempt
it's a
murder.
misunderstanding.
Because they was messing with his distribution.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I don't know. I mean, what were the terms of the attempted murder? Was it because
He was
like,
defending his lady, I think.
I mean, hey, that happens,
The
right?
protector.
In all Lifetime movies, that happens.
I know. Tyler Perry.
Yes, look at it.
But that's like, those are red flags for you in general.
Absolutely.
If you've ever had a probation officer.
A tattoo.
Not ever.
Not that big of a deal. You know, like you drink, I want you to. You smoke, that doesn't really matter to me. You know, that's not a bad boy to me. But like
If he wears a bandana, then you got a
grown
grown man in a bandana. It's bad usually.
Is you banging?
Is you banging though?
I don't know. I've never dated somebody who knows.
But you don't like bad boys and you like bad boys. Okay.
I don't like
She's
bad boys
recovered.
anymore. I've
Why you
grown out
bad
of
boy?
that
Everybody
stage.
bad boy hate until bad boys show up in
I
this
was in
bitch.
a stage. I was like in a stage of my life. It was a stage long time ago.
Okay.
Well, and bad boys also tend to be controlling of their women, which is definitely not a
Not
trait
gonna
that
work for
I
you.
like in a man whatsoever.
Man, now I was around a friend of mine today who I consider a very responsible guy. Now he was a bad child, like
Teenager? Or?
teenager. Like his parents had money and they went out the country for a while, and they came back to a kid who was smoking weed and dropping acid. So then,
Acid.
so then but this was like teenage stuff. So then he got into the life of hustling or whatever, and then when he was 18, he had enough money. He moved out the country and got his own.
He was 18?
Yeah, and then he started fighting. Like he started fighting competitively, and so he's an interesting dude, right? But then he came back. Like when he came back, he got in a little more trouble. Went to prison for a couple years.
Okay.
All right, so then he got out, got his stuff straight, but he got all his junk out early. You know, so now he's in his 30s and he's like
And he's not chasing any sort of lifestyle now.
no,
Like,
right.
been
He's
through
a
it.
respectable guy. So we were talking today, and he was saying, I don't even know how he started discussing this, but he was talking about women who he had just opened the door for a woman, and the woman was like, "Thank you." And then he was like, "Yeah, you know, that's what I need. I need a woman who respects a gentleman." But now with women trying to be, I mean, now this is, I'm gonna say what he said verbatim. He said, now with women trying to be equal and everything, like maybe they need to be opening the door for me.
Woo!
Yeah, but I'm saying he was like, now that everything's equal, like women need to be open.
I think James got something
James
to say
is
on
not
that.
feeling that.
No, so
No.
this is now he would be considered a bad boy who's a protector who wants to do stuff. He wants to do stuff for his woman, and he doesn't want his woman to be unavailable for.
Is he considered a bad boy now, though?
Well, I think that's what women really want, right? The former bad boy who can, if he needs to, go back to those tendencies, beat a nigga up, beat a dude up, apologies, if necessary, but has the respect day to day to like be a mainstream person. But like a recovered bad boy is probably like the best look for someone like you.
It's like, how do you categorize that type of guy who sees it that way?
I don't I don't necessarily need you to have a record and be like a bad boy, but you can't be no bitch. Like, and I think that's.
I mean, but those are two extremes. There's someone.
No,
in the
I'm
middle.
saying that for me as a single woman, sometimes finding the balance is difficult. Like, it's difficult to find a corporate level dude or dude who can be in a corporate environment, but also can navigate and is not going to feel intimidated. In both realms. Like, if you are a dude who's used to being on the street or being around a certain type of element, then you go into a corporate environment. I don't want you to feel intimidated by that. I want you to be able to walk in there and be exactly who you know you are, and vice versa. Like, and finding that balance surprisingly can be challenging at times. You have some dudes that are just, I'm using West Coast language, L7 square, and then you have some that are just so rough around the edges that you can't bring them into multiple worlds. And somebody like me, I go through multiple realms. I'm not just like one dimension.
But okay, when you talk about the bad boy protector, he often needs the woman to be doing less than the independent woman would be inclined to do, because he needs to be able to be like, baby, can you do this little thing? Or I need help doing this thing. And then she needs to be available. Yeah, so like, I think the independent woman would shy away from the bad boy, because as the protector, provider, he's kind of the guy who needs to have his woman available, like right there. I bought this. Why can't you wipe it off?
Want a protector provider.
James, what do you think about that? What's your input?
On dude, like your friend situation, or just
in
as a
general,
whole?
like as far as like
bad boy and women liking the potential bad boy?
I know I want to look at that.
I mean, the humans. I mean, I think it's just a thing where the excitement. You know, like the attraction to the danger and all of that. Women seek excitement. Some women are into that. But like I don't really like the whole typecast thing because people can. Especially now, like you can just adapt and become that chameleon if and I've seen more people with tattoos and dudes that I know are soft with more tattoos all on their neck and just posturing and just, putting off this image as opposed to the dudes that I know who really do things are quiet as mice in the public, so it's just one of those things where, I think it's perception is reality.
Well, you brought up a buzzword that we're kind of dancing around right now is the adventurer. She likes adventure. Something that maybe everybody I think has a part of them that is attracted to the element that somebody told them to stay away from. At some point, somebody wants to go check that out. Yeah, so like the adventurous guy, he's fun. He's gonna like let her be herself, her inner self. He might bring that out.
That's way more attractive than the bad boy.
It might be one and the same though.
Yeah. No.
Bad boys go on adventures. They just
It could be
often
the
involve
same.
jail.
Their adventures involve
I
field trips to
think
jail.
they can be two totally different people, though.
Well, that for sure.
They can be, but they also could be blended.
They can be, but I think oftentimes they're blended. Like if a bad boy's often expresses himself with confidence too. That's another thing.
And bad boys don't always get caught, so we can't always say jail.
That's true.
Because what about the bad boy who don't get caught?
Yeah.
This is true.
Like Dick Cheney.
I was thinking more.
But he has more of the potential to get caught.
He's bad.
Like Carlito.
Yeah.
Y'all, neither one of y'all want to date Carlito? Would you wouldn't have been
Carlito's
Carlito Brigante's woman? Yeah, Carlito's
Urban
what?
Easton might have dated him back in the
That
day.
did not
Back in the
work
day,
out.
I probably
Carlito was
did
hard.
it.
But that didn't work out.
But it's
He
just
almost
too
got away.
much. Like it's too much. Like I'm
That's
too
like
I'm
a
too
high
grown for that now.
drama.
Like I'm not coming to see you in jail.
Okay,
I'm
what
not-
about-
I'm not
what
down
if the
like
jail's
that.
local?
I'm
What if it's
down, but I
DC
ain't down
jail?
like
What-
that.
what
No,
about- what
I've
about-
been to
DC
DC
jail?
jail, and I don't want to go back. Like,
me
no,
too.
thank
It's
you.
rough in there.
I mean, I wasn't there overnight, but I went to visit.
Shit on the shingle. You ever had that? The shit on the shingle?
I'm not about that life. I've done that. I'm not doing that. I put no money on your commissary, on your books. I'm not
Why
like
not?
going to see your
Damn.
mama.
Stop.
That's messed up.
I'm not.
right,
You
that's a whole
chose
nother
that.
show.
You chose that life.
Oh.
I didn't choose
Please,
that.
We need to talk about
Hold on,
So-
but wait. What if it happens?
Should
What
put
if it
some on-
happens after y'all? Like he gets in a situation after y'all
It
been in
de-
this relationship.
What if
It
he was-
depends on the situation, but I'm
So
saying
he,
if we're
he
talking
like
about
turns, he breaks bad. If he breaks bad,
if he breaks bad and I don't know about it and I didn't have a choice to be around it or involved in it or not, then I have an issue
Yeah,
with
you're
that.
9 months pregnant.
Oh, I can't.
You're not going to visit him?
When I'm pregnant, I'm not going to DC jail.
Let's
Like,
say he gets into a fight defending your honor.
that's a whole nother show. We're talking. I mean,
Okay.
I'm looking at like Carlito. Carlito sold drugs.
Carlito.
He moved weight, which I'm not judging anybody. If you move weight, that's fine for you and your lifestyle. But I'm in a place in my life I don't want to be associated with anybody that's moving weight to my knowledge.
I like the way she says that. Moving weight.
Well, number 3.
but what if it's
the
not
third-
weight? What if he's dealing in like stolen car parts or something? Like what if it's not drug related? What if
Yeah.
it's just
Whatever
like,
it is that's criminal, but it was by choice, then I should be able to have a right to be around that or not.
What was the dude's name in that movie? Leonardo in The Wolf of Wall Street. Would you have messed with him?
No, I don't want to be associated with anything illegal without my
But
knowledge.
you didn't know it was illegal. He's a Wall Street guy. You're
He
like,
knew
hey.
it was illegal.
But you didn't.
No, I'm
She
not
just left
dumb.
him when that stuff hit the
Did you
fan
see
too
Wolf
in that
on Wall
movie.
Street?
I did.
Didn't he seem like a fun guy?
He
It
seemed
seemed
really
like
fun.
a lot of fun, but you just. I
Yeah.
mean,
You ain't gonna
anything
take
could
me
go
down the
wrong at any
process.
time, though. That is not a
F
stable.
that.
But carpe
environment
diem,
at
you said
all.
that too. Enjoy the
Yeah,
ride.
but I also said stable.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm not doing any time for anybody.
I mean, he was stable.
Don't put me in front of a jury and think I'm gonna like not snitch and be
You gotta snitch her.
Hold on, but legally,
Just keep
legally,
me away.
if you're his wife, then you don't have to testify against
well,
him. So
right.
you'd be good
But
anyway.
I'm just saying, if you put me in that situation, then shame on you, because I should never even have been even knowledgeable of any of that type of thing to even have to make that decision, especially as a mother. Like, no, thank you, pass.
So much for Lil Kim.
So the Urbanista is not a ride or die chick, for the record.
She's a
She'll
ride.
ride.
I'll ride, but I ain't gonna die. I ain't gonna kill myself. I am not going to kill myself, so that's just the price you pay. Sorry.
She will tell everything.
Okay, what about a guy who all right, say you're somewhere, right? Now this is the adventure. This is more to the adventure. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now this could go one of two ways. I would like to know how either one of you feel. And actually, I've seen you be this guy. I've been this guy, but we've been this guy. Maybe you've been this guy too.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
All right, get to it. Though.
Yes.
So you're at a place, right? Music is playing because it's kind of the background, and then the guy starts dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
True to the dance game.
Okay.
Like he's not just two-stepping.
Like he's doing a running man, like the wop, all that.
He just busted out because that's what he's feeling.
Hitting the quan, all
breaking
that, right?
a sweat, just really.
He just gets
care.
into his situation.
You've seen
Okay.
that.
The music is pop, but then
Straight turbo on ozone.
but it might not be the situation. It might not be a dance floor in that room, but he's feeling it and it goes down.
Okay, go boo.
So the spirit hits him.
Now, how do you feel about a guy who's prone to do that?
Prone to dance. Just
prone to just be in the moment.
Hey, more power to you, honey. I'll wipe you a towel, wipe your head off.
All right, so that's not something that you're like more embarrassed about, like, oh my god.
If that's how
I
you
think it
feel.
depends on the environment for me. I mean, if we're at a lounge and he's feeling right and nice and he wants to do that, but he's the only one doing it, that's cool. But are we at
at Whole Foods?
Yeah, or somewhere.
What if it is at Whole Foods? You wouldn't dance with him?
I've turned up at Whole Foods before.
Whole Foods plays good music?
No, I have my headphones on. But I've turned up at Whole Foods and my girlfriend knows that's how I am, and I'll be like, listen to this song, and she'll participate for like a good 20, 25 seconds, and we'll turn up right there in the produce section. This has happened more than 6
Just pass
times.
the celery and just
Yeah.
pop lock. How you do it?
Okay.
I'm just saying that, like, that adventurous element, that in the moment element can sometimes attract, and sometimes some people be like, yeah, I'm not with that. This dude's a nut.
Well, on that note, we'll be back with
it's a time and place for everything, man. Like, you definitely gotta live your life and enjoy it, but don't be that corny guy to just be dancing for the sake of just dancing.
Don't be Kevin.
And now it's corny. YOLO.
Well,
YOLO.
we'll be right back on the AskCherado show in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
Whether you're interested in buying or selling a home, there's no bigger decision than choosing the person who will represent you during the transaction. A qualified, experienced real estate professional makes all the difference by helping you navigate the many decisions that arise when buying, selling, or leasing a property. At RE/MAX Sky Real Estate, our agents have the experience, expertise, and drive to help you find that perfect property. RE/MAX Sky is here for you if you're purchasing your first home, searching for a luxury home, or looking for commercial space. As the first luxury RE/MAX collection office in the district, we offer specialized services to clientele focused on purchasing luxury real estate. We're dedicated to delivering outstanding service and results you can count on. Contact RE/MAX Sky today to get started, or visit us online at www.remax-skyre.com to learn more about how an experienced real estate professional can assist you. Serving Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. RE/MAX Sky. Outstanding agents, outstanding results.
You want to try the headphone?
It's 12:30 in the AM, the nighthawk soaring. I hear the air under his wings, the spring rain pouring. My son's in the next room, I check his bed, he's snoring. Bottle of water on the nightstand is hella important. Thank you, Lord, universe and shockers. In the alley found a shot that's drug, peace, and war. In the street lamps, blue crews got guns like Chewbacca. Down the block, I hear cheap thrills of overpriced vodka. Police are creeping and stalking, talk to me and get nada. It's just the code of a captain dead before a dishonor. Breathe the breath of a troubled man, reeking of marijuana. I need the rep to check the replay, time out for drama, Travel light, my brother, mental and physically. Ghouls be looking for prey, don't become their rotisserie. Distance me from the have-nots of their own identities. For a limited time only, I'm with you to the limit. This is for the night owl. This is for the night owls. I dedicate this to the night owls. Carry-outs mumble sauce in their mouth, the words mum. Hold shit on your chest and bite your tongue. Man, it's only 1 a.m. now. The night's still young. With the mystique of mud cloth. Niggas speaking tongues, trying to get good blood off. To accumulate funds, Papa's pacing the floor. Mama's worn out from feeding the infant who wants milk now. Cause that baby is a night owl. I dedicate this to the night owl. This is for the night owl. Who's up? Night owl. This is for the night owls. The artist midnight oil burns. Lovers learning each other. Studious brothers cramp for exams. The thief's gun jams. 3 in the morning. More important, all the bars let out. The clueless pawns to their cars with their beer goggles on. Just a few hours will see the sweet light at dawn. Police are showing their teeth. Working girls getting it on. I fumble for my keys and stumble over my lawn. I yawn. Shit's all foul. This is for the night owl. Dedicate this to the night owl. Bartenders, second, third time offenders. This is for the night owls. Ride out. Ride it out. This is for the night owl.
Your mother was afraid to tell your daddy, I leaving. Because the question would be, where you going? But today, the lady owned the apartment you living in. She'll pack your bag. It's a different world. Am I coming home real today? It's tough, see? And we keep telling the guy, be a good man. Be a good man. The guy says, how do I be a good man? I don't know how to be a good man anymore. Look at this other question here. It says, for the first time in recorded history, we look to each other no longer for food and clothes and car and house, but for some things that men are not trained to give. Love, romance, and survival. Women don't want car no more now. They want love and romance. They want you to take them out. You know, when my mother and father and your mother and father were, growing up as married people, let me tell you something. Do you know why your father never spoke? It was unnecessary. Your mother knew exactly what to do, and your father knew exactly what to do. There's no need to talk. The roles were clear. But today, see, both of you all go to work. Both of you come home at the same time. Both of you are tired. Now, when my father went out to work, he expected food to be home because she's home. And the food was cooked, hot, ready. Just, slippers from the front of the chair, newspaper on the chair, everything was ready. Go home and expect that today. She come home asking you for her slippers. Why? It's a different world. Am I talking the truth here today? It's tough. So now, she don't need no food, she don't need no clothes, she don't need no house. She wants to talk. Let's talk. And the guy goes, about what? Why? He ain't trained to communicate to no woman. So all he says is, how you doing? How was work? Good. And that's it. That's why you turn the TV on, because there's nothing to talk about. You got to be hidden somewhere. So you hide in television, you hide in music, because you can't talk. I'm just what a woman.
And we're back on the AskCherado show, trying to figure out what makes a dude win. Some dudes win. I figured it out when I was 15.
Game.
But more specifically, we were just talking about we want to talk about the clip and how, the gentleman on the clip was talking specifically about how the roles or the expectations really of women have changed over time on what they want exactly from a man. It used to be protecting and providing used to be enough, but now one of the things he was saying is that women actually want to be heard and want to have conversations and just roles have changed in relationship. The entire dynamic has changed.
Well, right now we have a caller on the line.
We do?
Caller, you're on the AskCherado show. Can you hear us?
Caller, are you there?
Hello?
Oh, the caller's there. It's just the connection is funny.
Caller?
Carla. When I talk,
Can you hear the caller on that?
I can hear him here, but for some reason, hello, caller?
Caller, we are pressed to hear what you got to say.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Welcome to the AskCherado show. Where are you calling from?
Calling from D.C.
Okay, speak on it. First of all, what's your name?
Just wanted to let you guys know that enjoying the show. You guys got a nice setup over there. Shout out to you guys. It looks like the guy on the right, though, he used to be on the Slab Hour. But just calling in.
Yeah, hey, man. I used to be on the Slab Hour, but the Slab Hour is always with me.
Slab God.
So I don't know if any of the subject tonight applies to friendships or relationships, or friendships, but I got like a friend that, we work together. He's my ride or die friend, but you know what I'm saying? Looks like lately he's been riding. I just worry for him and everything like that. So I just want to see what kind of advice you might have.
And the advice in order to keep it thorough?
I'm sorry, say again?
What advice are you looking for exactly?
That's what we're here for. What kind of things could you do to stand the test of time in a friendship to keep it going,
Oh, to keep in touch with friends that you have for a long time?
That's what he's asking.
Yeah, more or less, when you come to a point in your friendship where you don't know if it's the turning point or, how to keep it going, but you have faith in that other person, but, you want to keep it going, but you don't know if it's good or not.
Now, is this between two men being friends or between a man and a woman being friends?
No, two men.
Oh, well, I mean,
riding and dying.
Right.
Riding and dying.
To keep it thorough with your dude, you got to speak your piece, but then you got to let him live. Because I know I have it 100 with people who I haven't seen in a long time. Some dudes I'll just see, once a year, maybe at Christmas or something like that, or that little holiday. But if it's cool, it's cool. But a lion got to go find his own den, and just know that he's probably scratching out some dirt to find his own den.
So I think
but we've been on the hunt together for a long time, getting that meat.
Whoa!
Yeah, I think the caller is trying to figure out.
The cubs still gotta eat, though. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, the cubs still gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, sometimes we have a greater interest, and that's work. We both have work, and because of that, we have families that gotta eat. So for the greater interest, do we set aside our differences and just keep it working so the work relationship can keep strong? Or do we decide to, go our own paths?
Well, I always say that good friends should do good business, and good business doesn't always involve friends. So you got to weigh out that cost benefit right there, because it's valuable to have a friend who you do good business with, but it's more valuable to have a good friend who's just a friend. You always need to. That always don't need to be the nature of your come up. Y'all don't always need to eat together.
But if you do eat together, it's all about communication and understanding each other's perspective and how it affects your right now. Understanding the history that both y'all went through will help you understand how to deal with the problems that come up now.
It's always principle over circumstance, and don't ever steal because you might get your head knocked off. Don't ever steal. That's
a little bad boy coming out in Rhinestone.
That's
You
our
sure you
recurring
ain't no
thing.
felon?
I would do that. Well, hey, great show. Keep it going, and you guys doing a great job, man. Peace to the cause.
Thanks
We
for
appreciate
calling.
it. All right.
Thank you, caller.
Okay.
Peace.
There is room between. Now, okay, tell me this: do you observe a man amongst his friends to get a read on him sometimes to see like this is the type of guy that he is? He's winning or he's whack. Like, do you ever read the response that the world gives your man?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's a big deal.
I mean, how could you not pay attention to that?
Some
That's
people
gonna
don't.
be-
Some people that be listening to their man, like, baby, they tripping. but
Yeah,
how
and-
often can you say, baby, they tripping?
And then you might be with the loser of the group. You think you with the alpha, but
that's a really important aspect though, because not even just how he interacts around his friends, but in situations with men he doesn't know. Like, because you can be a big fish in a small pond, but are you still a big fish when you're in a big pond, or do you make yourself a small fish?
yeah. Are you humble?
Yeah, well, not humble, but are you confident in a situation where there may be men who, I don't know, might be smarter or have more money or have more education or have whatever thing for you might
how
bring
do
an
you
insecurity.
carry
How do you
yourself
carry
in those
yourself, and how do you
particular
handle yourself? Like, are you still one that's going to step up to the plate in conversation, maybe even minorly, and hold your own? Or are you going to shy away and be like, I don't really feel this situation. I'm not comfortable with this. I think maybe, are you going to back down? Like, you don't have to be aggressive, but you still should be assertive and stand your own, regardless of the environment and what other men are around.
Right.
And how also do you deal with conflict, I think, is important, because in my opinion, the way that I measure success is one's ability to deal with issues, to deal with conflict, because that's guaranteed, right? So I think another important thing that, I don't know if this is important to you, but how your man deals with conflict or problems. Is he measured? Is he calm when responding
Well, that
to
has
problems?
to do with emotional stability for me.
Word up.
Yeah. So, yes, that absolutely is important to me. But getting back to the 8 points, because we kind of went off topic a little bit. So number 3 in the types of men out there was the seducer. So someone who is sensual and sexy and makes a woman feel sexy.
The seduction.
So he's all about seducing his woman. He understands women completely. Understands everything about a woman. Probably the P-man, as we have regarded
Yes,
it.
the P-man.
I need a
always
definition
does.
of
The
P-man.
P-man is like,
He's down for whatever.
He's down
Sexual.
for whatever.
What does the
sexually.
P stand for?
ODB.
Take a guess.
Yeah.
OPP. Punani.
Meow.
Pum
But-
pum.
Pum pum.
Yeah, some chicks like the P-man. I mean, now I think that every dude, now we have James, we have Kevin, and myself. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at some point, it was every man's objective to be an ideal seducer.
Yeah, I ordered a program from the internet. You guys didn't do this, James? Did you ever order the program that teaches you how to seduce women? It's not weird. Did you order that?
That sounds weird.
No.
I think.
Well, I ordered it.
I think he has a delay.
I never ordered no face. I
Okay.
mean, that's no face, no program.
Well, it tells you the different types of women and how to get at them.
But I'm saying, wasn't that
Wow.
that was truly one of your objectives, though, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
especially when
no
I was
doubt.
young.
Oh man, we cut off on Skype for a
It's
minute.
a good picture of him,
Well,
though.
yeah, that's a great picture. But I think every man at like coming up wants to get his stripes seducing.
That's the goal, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, very few of you are successful at it, though.
Very much so.
No, you're right.
I think that seducing is almost like an art, and it's like such a naturalness that is kind of innate in certain personalities to be able to do
men
that.
who lie very well are good seducers.
Really?
I think so. When you lie
Why
well,
do you have to lie though? I feel
Well,
like
you don't
no, I don't
have
think
to.
you
No,
have
she's
to.
not-
No, I don't. I'm not saying you have to be a liar to seduce, but I think that when I think of men who like really are like compulsive liars, they become really good seducers because they
yeah.
sell a lot of dreams. Like they lie so well that it's kind of like a natural.
And they know what to say, like what to lie
Exactly.
about.
Exactly, and it's so genuine when they do lie.
Yeah.
it's a genuine lie.
Yes,
I mean, it comes from the heart.
it comes from the heart of all lies, the pit of their stomach.
Well, according to this unanimous blogger, the seducer seems bizarre, even slightly homosexual.
What do you mean slightly homosexual? Oh, like
He's
wavy.
saying that they do things that are pretty far out there.
Well, I'll tell you what. In my days of attempted seduction, because
Not
I never
attempted
was
seduction, though.
that good. there are some things that could be considered homosexual in the sense that you become like their best friend.
That's ineffective seduction, right?
No. I don't mean friend zone. I mean, let's go out and go shopping for you, and I'm looking at you get dressed like.
That's bad.
No, some women really enjoy
Dog.
that about a man.
Dog, it can work.
Yes, like they like their men to
that goes back into the provider thing.
Celebrate and decorate
in everything that
But
they're
then
doing.
you're tricked.
That's not true. Necessarily. Not necessarily like I'm buying it for you. Okay. And you are very much.
I mean, I definitely have had an experience where I've been with them. Like, it wasn't planned to go shopping, or like we just happened to be in the mall, and he was like, "Oh, we're buying you a whole bunch of stuff today." And
That's
I was
not
like,
what we're talking about. No, we're talking about the man that genuinely enjoys going shopping with you on Saturdays, and
Oh well, I wasn't
telling
talking about
you
that.
like Kanye and him.
Yes, exactly.
GHEY.
I don't know.
GHE. Oh, I meant more so like celebrate and decorate, right? Like if there's a woman that I really care for, I want to see her at her best, right? And if I participate in the process of shopping, I'm going to be there sitting there, not angry, not upset that we're doing this. Like, yeah, I like that. I like the way it lifts up. Yeah. I like the way the curve goes. Yeah, I like that. You gonna wear that?
What you think? That's what you would do?
Oh yeah. I mean, with those crazy eyes too, just like yeah.
But
I like that.
but look.
Look good than a mother. I didn't know they looked that crazy.
Now,
James, what do you think about that? You work and deal with fashion to a certain extent. So, like, what do you like? You dress your woman. You feel like that's something that's
it's not gay.
sensual?
No, it's not gay. It's nothing. No, I mean, that's just a matter of aesthetics and taste at that point. I mean, me personally, yeah, I'm all about, like, I would tell a woman if she was looking crazy, like, nah, you can't wear that. Like, that's not a good idea. You know what I mean? And vice versa. If she want to join, I'm like, yo, you look good.
But would you go with her to shop and sit there and provide color commentary as she's finding her outfits, help her?
No.
You wouldn't do that.
No.
Thank you.
No. I'm not a stylist.
Well,
y'all not in touch with your masculinity.
I have an
surprised
opinion,
about
but I'm not
this
stylist.
because you're actually clothing designer.
Yeah, this makes no sense.
I will say this though.
Yeah, that works.
I will say
with
this though.
women.
Here's the thing though. I do have an interest because, like, I've worked in high school, or I've worked at Sex and Family for 4 years. Like, I'm very comfortable and I know my way around women's clothing.
Yeah,
so
me
shoes,
too.
I've done it all. But
Right.
at the same time, that's just not a space where I personally want to be in,
No doubt.
like, regularly.
Not
But
regularly.
I'm not opposed to it, every now and then.
Now see, okay, I'm with you there. See, okay, my mother is fly and used to take me shopping because she felt there was no need to find a babysitter, right? So I'd be like, she'd be dragging me through all
Falling
these nice
asleep in the
stores
cart.
and all that. And I don't like shopping with women, even though I am involved in fashion. I don't like the process. I don't like what it takes to get there. Show up looking good, we go out, whatever. Now, for a woman, if there's a piece that I know she might like, I might purchase that.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna walk around the biggest mall in the world with her from door to door.
Because women are indecisive, and it would take.
That's the woman's day. Like, women, there are some women.
Not all women are
no,
indecisive.
when it comes to shopping.
No, because I don't even like to go to the mall
Me
unless I'm
either.
just going
But
there.
hold up, check this
with
out, though.
one thing in mind, I'll get that and I'm out.
Yeah,
Other than
right. That's like going to Whole Foods with one thing in mind. It
No,
never happens.
No.
But look, some women
No.
make a day out of it and cut out a nice
Some
little
women
swatch
do,
of
yeah.
time. I'll be at the mall from 11 to 6. Woo!
That's crazy.
That's not saying
I
I'm
would
going
kill
to
myself.
buy this, and this. No, I'm going to be at the mall.
No, let's make a day of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I
so-
have girlfriends like that.
so-
they genuinely enjoy it. They plan lunch
Right.
in
That
between.
No, I really do. Like, I hate that. Like, I hate like going to like. It's the worst because I feel like that's the only time I actually go to a mall is when I'm trying to find something for an event or like something I need to. Like, I got to come with. And then it's like when you're looking for something and you really don't feel like looking, and you don't see anything. But it's like the times when you randomly are somewhere and you see. Like, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I like going to the mall on Tuesdays
Online.
at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. That's the best
Is
way.
that what you did today?
I did not do that this Tuesday. I do rarely go to the mall, though.
See, usually a dude who will go to the mall with his woman and do all that shopping, he might come up out of there with some middle of the mall jewelry. You know,
Who goes to the mall anymore, though?
I'm just saying he might, like,
I
you
don't even know where the mall is
I
at.
don't think it's seductive I don't think that's. However, let's think about the ultimate act of seduction.
Which is
Pimping.
How did we know it was going back to pimping?
Hey, wait, no, look,
that is the ultimate. That's the highest level of seduction.
Look, this is what happens per.
We are not going to make this about pimping today. Not today. Not today.
Every day is about pimping.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, look, this is what'll happen. Okay, so he might find somebody who thinks they're doing good, but they're really a straggler on the big.
In the big picture.
In the big picture, right? Mm-hmm. So he's like, okay, you know what? We need to dress this situation up. Mm-hmm. And then in that case, he'll go there to get her looking good, build her ego, point out some stuff.
So as long as you're a pimp, it's okay to go shopping with your woman.
Well, that's where we get into the seducer part. I mean, like someone who seduces might do that.
See, but the pimp thing is
in
very
that way.
Specific. You know what I mean?
It's the ultimate seduction.
It's more manipulation. I mean, seduction's manipulation too, but pimping is mostly manipulation.
And smacking hoes.
Slamming Cadillac doors.
And also, but I mean, I think as far as seduction, since we're on this shopping thing, I think it's sexy I guess I'd ask you ladies, like if a man sends you a dress
like
to wear
type shit
on that night.
Yes,
to go.
That is sexy.
That is
I mean? Like that is what I see like seduction as it pertains to this clothing thing that we got into.
Yeah, it's like setting it all up.
Yeah,
that's providing. Yeah. That's being a provider too. Like
that's
like
not just. I don't really consider that providing.
Providing is like the necessities.
It's part of that though. Like, I want you to look fly tonight. I'm not gonna say, find something. I'm just gonna give you.
Yeah.
So you what I think will look good on you, and it does actually look good on you, and it is actually the shit.
So you need to follow through. In addition to
that.
providing, you need to also have taste, right? So it's bigger than just the money and the confidence that it takes to be like, yo, you gonna wear this tonight. That's sexy.
That's true, and it's in your size.
Guys, pay attention.
I'm an advocate for staying in my lane. So like, I feel like my woman, if I'm attracted to you, she was already doing something right anyway. So I'm gonna give you the positive feedback, but I want you to, to me, that's like I would prefer the walking in the room and being impressed as opposed to saying, hey, the whole process behind the scenes. Like,
but we're trying to help you win tonight, so we're telling you what you should be doing, not what you like to do.
I'm not doing this.
Not what you like to do, what we like you to do.
Well, we're definitely gonna pick back up on this when we come back from break. Don't go in the mall spend up on the credit card before we get back. We'll be right back.
Don't go in the mall regardless.
We'll be right back.
This your boy Red Grant, and make sure you get caught red-handed on them new GrindstoneUniversal.com apparel. You can go to GrindstoneUniversal.com right now to get your new fall, winter, and your Christmas presents for your little kids and the babies and your girl and your man. The turn up is real. We ain't doing this for play.
Whether you're interested in buying or selling a home, there's no bigger decision than choosing the person who will represent you during the transaction. A qualified, experienced real estate professional makes all the difference by helping you navigate the many decisions that arise when buying, selling, or leasing a property. At RE/MAX Sky Real Estate, our agents have the experience, expertise, and drive to help you find that perfect property. RE/MAX Sky is here for you if you're purchasing your first home, searching for a luxury home, or looking for a commercial space. As the first luxury RE/MAX collection office in the district, we offer specialized services to clientele focused on purchasing luxury real estate. We're dedicated to delivering outstanding service and results you can count on. Contact RE/MAX Sky today to get started, or visit us online at www.remax-skyre.com to learn more about how an experienced real estate professional can assist you. Serving Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. RE/MAX Sky. Outstanding agents, outstanding results.
Hey, this is Leo for Actualize.org, and in this video I'm going to talk about what women want in a man. what women really want in a man. Let's talk about that. What is it that women really want? This is such a fascinating topic to me, and I'm so excited to talk about it because I spent so much of my own blood, sweat, and tears figuring this out. I came from such a dysfunctional place in my life with lack of relationships and not understanding the opposite sex, not understanding sex at all, not understanding the dynamics, the psychology involved, and so basically I was completely miserable, and I had to really work really hard to dig my way out of that hole. And in that process, I learned a lot of stuff, studied a lot of material, but then actually went out and practiced it and applied it. So this is kind of where I'm coming from, and I'm always excited to go back and share my biggest insights with some of you guys who might be kind of going through that same kind of situation in your life. It's really important to understand what women want because, well, if you don't understand what a woman wants, then you're not going to be able to attract her and you're not going to be able to keep her. So for me personally, when I started on this journey a few years back, what I told myself is that I'm not just going to use some little gimmick to try to attract a woman. What I'm going to do is I'm going to understand women at their core, really understand them. And they're not that difficult to understand. Most men have a lot of trouble understanding women, but really, if you dig into it and you go out there and you practice and you do a little bit of studying, it's not that hard. And here I'm going to give you the straightforward how-to of what it takes to attract a woman and what it is that a woman is really looking for in a man, because this is what we're talking about. What's going to attract her is what she's looking for. So they're kind of two sides of the same coin. So the first point that I'm going to make is, first of all, never listen to a woman about what she wants in a man. All right? It might sound like, well, the proper person to ask is the woman. Why don't I go ask a woman about what she wants and then give it to her? The problem with that is that it doesn't work. I've tried that. Guys have tried that. It's not going to help you. If you're a guy and you want to get better with girls, it's not going to help you. Because a woman's way of understanding what she wants and a woman's way of understanding her own psychology is not the same understanding that a guy needs to have of her psychology, right? A woman is not there psychoanalyzing herself to the same kind of degree that a guy psychoanalyzes a woman. So we're really coming from kind of asymmetrical points of view on this, and that's okay. That's fine. A woman is more in the moment. She doesn't care to really analyze exactly what's going on. That ruins the moment for her, and that really kind of like ruins the whole love connection relationship thing. I mean, some women are into analyzing it, but most women are not really that interested in analyzing what it takes to fall in love. It just happens very spontaneously and naturally for them. And in fact, most of them can get offended or can be kind of put off when they see that a guy is trying to like psychoanalyze them and kind of like nitpick and trying to pull out the wiring and to kind of like see like what are the actual like mechanics of love, of sex, of attraction. But we're going to go into that because this is an analytical video. I'm an analytical guy, and this is what guys need to know if they're struggling. If you're not struggling, then you probably don't need to know this stuff. You probably already know it intuitively. So women, what do women really want? Very simple. Women want deep emotional intimacy. Every woman really wants this. This is the core of it, right? This is the nugget. From this, we can then derive other things that she wants. But this is ultimately what she's looking for in a man and in a relationship. And of course, women are very social creatures. Women are driven by relationships and by emotions and social interaction, a lot more so than guys are. For women, that's like a fish in water. I'm not saying that all women are like that. I mean, these are generalizations. But still, nevertheless, it's very true that women are very fluid in relationships. They have easier time in relationship. There's actually neuroscience that shows that physiologically, the woman's brain is more adapted to relationship building and is more adapted to...
But the
We
science!
are back on the AskCherado Show. We want to hear from you. Hit us up on social media at AskCherado and call us 202-758-8607.
I would like to comment that video was cut short when the gentleman was busting ill science about the limitations of the
it's only like
female
12 minutes long.
mind. Oh, that's very long.
So
But I'm just saying, he's saying the same things I say every week. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. That whole shtick. And whose video? You're the one who got that video.
chose that video.
And every week you guys shut me down when I say that stuff. But now another person saying it. Women are more well-versed in the language of relationships. It's a fact of science.
But that's not what
Deal
he was
with
saying.
it. That's one of the things. That was one of the things.
No, he was
That
saying
one of the
women
things
don't know what
said,
they.
Grindstone.
He was saying women can't verbalize what they want, so don't listen to a woman. You got to know what they want and then give it to her, but don't ask her.
Yes, at the beginning he was saying women.
It's like asking a kid what he wants for Christmas.
He made that way. more complicated than it really needed to be.
Say it again.
Say that one more time.
I felt like his explanation was way more complicated than it really
Well,
needed.
why don't you break it down for us then, James, and summarize that?
I mean, I would approach it from like a sales perspective. Like if every woman has and even men we all have needs, like fundamental needs. So some of us may need, desire companionship. Some people may need, different pieces of their like emotional house, windows, doors, like whatever. Mm-hmm. And so you are searching for someone to fulfill that need. So, I mean, it's just that simple. Like if you need windows, like you'll find somebody who does windows. If you need plumbing work done, you find a plumber. You find, you don't talk to a roofer about plumbing. What? So the hard part is to find out who's able to service that need and then maintaining that relationship with your service provider. So you can find.
That makes sense.
It's interesting that you speak on that, like in parallels to a home, because I had a roofer at my house today, and he was like, he called me because he did my roof, but then he came through and he was like, yeah, you need this done. So he came through, he pointed out some stuff I needed done so my house wouldn't fall down. But that's not what I wanted done. I didn't even want to see him. I want like some new chairs or something, But he was like, no, you need these beams replaced, and I can do that. And so that was him coming in. No, check this out. This is what it is. The reason why you wouldn't ask a woman what she wants in a relationship is or what she needs in a relationship, because she'll probably tell you what she wants, and it's probably not what she needs. And in this situation with him, he came at me and told me really what I needed, and he was right, and I got to pay him to do it. It wasn't just I need that. Yeah. But that was not.
So women, y'all need to
listen. That was
not
on my list of wants.
I mean, but as a service provider, you also have to understand what she needs. So, and if you can't provide that service, like stay in your lane. If you're not,
hold up,
that guy, then
and this goes back to the love language thing. Once again, just because you think you need to be loving somebody in a certain way, and you're giving love the way you want to give that person love, doesn't mean that person is receiving it that way. So I don't think what he said about that particular, don't listen to what a woman wants because she doesn't really know what she wants. That's some BS.
Yeah. Well, it's like be a doctor.
I know what the hell I want.
It's how you listen. It's how you listen.
He's first off, Cherado.
Yes.
He said that this is for a lot of women, not all women. So you're an outlier. Like, you got a show. No. You are AskCherado. You were special. What? We're talking about the average woman in the streets.
No, I don't agree.
We're talking about women that you meet at the car wash. No. Women that you meet at Whole Foods. We're talking about average, regular women.
Urbanista, so none of your friends or none of our friends know what they want.
I think that there's a difference between what you want and what you need. And I think that most women at my age or older, or even maybe
go for what they want.
They go for
let me finish my statements?
Please.
Thank you, because I speak about what I talk about and what I know.
Talk your shit, Sway.
No, I think that you get to a certain level of maturity as a woman where you realize that what you want is not always what you need, and what you need is more important than what you want. Mm-hmm. Would every woman want a man with an exorbitant amount of money and like fine from head to toe and hilarious and highly educated and all these other things that would be like, yes, of course.
Works,
yeah. Like me.
Of course.
Like me. You basically described me.
But is that what you need? Is that really what you need?
And could you handle it? Could you handle it if you had it?
I don't even think that most women need that though.
They not you personally, but I'm just saying that you have to ask yourself that question. Like,
I don't even want
everybody,
that. That's not what I want. But what I need, as far as like the needs that are important, have actually a lot less to do with all those outwardly appearances that most women would say they want. And I think most women, when they get to a certain age, understand that there's a difference between what you need from a man and what you want. Like for me, I know one thing I need is a man who can check my ass when I start getting out of pocket. I need a man that's gonna be like, no, it's not a bad boy. That's somebody who's gonna be like, listen, I don't know what you're dealing with. Yeah, I don't know what your problem is right now, but you need to get that shit together.
So tell me this: how do you feel about the statement?
That's part of what I need.
How do you feel about the theory that when it comes to a man, women, children, and pets should be treated the same way?
What?
Why y'all say what like that?
Because you actually, while you were saying that, you kind of sounded like you believed what you were about to finish saying.
I said, how do you feel about it?
Pets though, but like pets though.
Being provided for. Oh, so now pets don't count.
This is America. This is America. Dogs are more important than black people.
Look at it. You said you need somebody who could check you.
I need somebody who can.
That means you just like a dog.
Somebody who
So
can
now I'm a
provide.
bitch. Okay.
I mean, you said it.
I mean, that's true. I don't think I'm the only one who feels like that. I need somebody who is not going to let me get into a place where I'm.
Of course, I agree with you with the right approach.
What you need is a doctor.
I don't even want to challenge the type of man I need. I don't even want to feel like I need to challenge.
What I mean by the doctor.
Why
thing
would
is,
I? Why was that all crazy?
Because you said you
pet,
pets and women, they don't like being
parakeet,
compared to animals.
a parakeet.
We'll talk. I think that women really need a doctor, right? Like, so you go in a doctor and you might think you know what you want, but the doctor will look at you, check your pulse, check your heart rate, check your blood pressure, and determine what you really need. Men, we are the doctors.
Oh, wow.
Y'all are the patients.
Somebody have a gun.
Listen, y'all don't know what you need.
We don't know.
You don't know what you need. You need to be analyzed by a proper man, a man who wins.
Because only men could be doctors.
We're talking about you dating a man.
We're talking about dating. You need to find a man who has the ability to look at you.
So, Kevin,
and
we're
determine
assuming
the
that
diagnosis.
you have most of the qualities that we are speaking of tonight.
I got some of them. I mean, out of the 11.
No, that was my personal list.
Okay.
Now we're on the unanimous bloggers, different 8 categories, which we haven't even made it to number 4, which is the artist, the musician, the poet.
Can I ask a quick question? Can I ask a quick question? So you're in real estate, right? So what's different from the sales cycle of dealing with a potential client versus that of dating? It's the same thing. You're prospecting, you're generating leads, you're fulfilling a need, and then you go to close.
Ooh. Always be closing.
I think that the emotional aspect of that changes things because of who's emotional in that particular situation. I'm not the emotional person when I have a client, right? The client is the emotional person. When I'm in a relationship or potentially dating, I think you're both emotional, so that changes the dynamic of the situation. When both people are emotional, I can kind of lead that situation when I am the agent. But when I am the woman, I am most likely not leading that situation.
And depending upon the man to lead.
Right.
I do.
Well, then why is what I said so crazy?
What's so wrong with that?
Nothing is wrong with that. It's called tradition. It's called nature.
No, you compared us to a pet. That was the problem with
a parakeet.
Okay, it sounds bad.
Let him live. Let him live, though. Let him live, though.
Doesn't sound good. That's the problem.
It doesn't sound good. Okay.
Maybe you might read well when you read it.
But I don't know. But you get emotional when
Cherado, huh?
The emotion comes into play when that deal might not go through.
No, it doesn't. I've been doing it too long to get emotional about a transaction not closing. If that was the case, I would be very emotional today because I had a deal I was working on for months and months that didn't close because the other side of the deal was just a straight biatch. And
so why are you in your feelings?
I'm not in my feelings.
You seem like you in your feelings.
Oh, shut up, Kevin.
Oh, look at you.
I'm just saying, like,
trying to instigate.
That is a completely different situation than me dealing with dating a man and having emotions involved in that particular situation.
Do y'all want to know about dudes who win?
Yes.
Do we want to know
ask me some questions.
Yes. How did you come to be this winning ass dude that you are, just winning every day?
Oh my God.
Well, first I had to look in the mirror and respect my right to be a winner.
Your right to what?
To be a winner.
You're entitled to be a winner. You deserve it.
Yeah, I have a certain sense of entitlement.
Word up. You deserve everything that's bestowed upon you.
Is that because it's number 4, you're an artist?
Yes.
A musician, a poet.
Speak on it.
Appeals to emotion.
Women like the challenges of dealing with such a complex individual.
Multifaceted.
Wait, this says women like to have challenges and they like to help people. Does that mean the artist needs help?
Yeah, y'all need help.
In what way?
like structure.
You're all over the place.
Okay, that's cool.
Balance.
I appreciate structure.
Do
I
you?
mean, yeah, like here's dinner at this time.
Yeah.
Wait, you messed it up when you said time. That's the whole part.
I'm
That is
just saying.
because anybody who knows Grindstone knows a Grindstone. He's been
He's
doing
got a
very
disease.
well.
I do.
He has diagnosed himself as having what's the name of the disease?
Chronomyopia.
Chronomyopia.
Wait, why do you say it like everybody should know it though?
I mean,
Yes.
why y'all?
It exists. I looked it up on Google.
He has
Yeah,
self-diagnosed
Wikipedia.
himself as having chronomyopia, which means that he cannot be on time. It's not his fault.
That's not what it means.
Okay, we'll explain to the
It means
audience.
that you can't place events in time. In the same way, somebody with myopia cannot place objects in space.
But if there was $1 million waiting for him, that ass would be on time. I guarantee that.
That's true.
So, but back to the artist. So the very complex personality that women are, drawn to, and they see the world very differently than most people. Wouldn't you say, as an artiste, that
I think I see the world differently than most people because that's what the world tells me. This is my first go around that I'm aware of, so I just live it and it seems regular. But then the way people
You
react,
sound like an artist.
I'm saying the way people react is like I've done something different. I mean, and now James as well. Like, okay, you might be a salesperson, but you have a
Creativity.
clothing line that has to be like a cut above whatever your competition is. So there's creativity that goes into that. There's late night hours that go into creating. So in a certain way, you would be a artist.
Yeah, I'm a creative above everything else. Like,
Okay, and
I mean, it's
so
just.
do you find women like that about you?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Women, draw
well,
me a picture.
women relate
Draw
very
me a
well
picture.
to artists because
just say that. Is that what we're doing?
Well,
like in
because of
2015? Draw me a
sensitivity,
picture.
right?
yeah, I definitely think so. Like women understand the artistic expression, they connect to them, and artists tend to love women because we tend to adore that part of
As
their
muses
personality. Yeah.
as well.
So
But sometimes artistry can be intimidating to a woman if the artist is able to, or often goes into his own headspace to analyze things and to create. That can have the effect of, removing them from the relationship for a time. In a sense.
yeah, they go ghost.
And that could be intimidating to a woman who doesn't understand.
So women, if you're out there dating an artist, he is going to need his space that seems odd, but he's going to go into this space and come back with fly shit that is odd to the rest of the world that they're going to buy. But you got to just understand that I got to bounce out. And I'm saying that right now.
We finna bounce out.
Ooh.
We finna
Right
bounce out.
back
We gotta take a break.
on the AskCherado show.
Segway.
Oh, jinx. Damn, we just.
Outstanding results.
The only thing in our society that bothers me the most is the way that men and women don't get along no more. That's really what's bugging me about it. Men and women just don't get along. Like, I hear women say this all the time. I know a lot of you sisters be like, chivalry is dead. Don't you? Don't y'all feel that way? Like men aren't gentlemen anymore? That's right. Chivalry is dead, and women killed it. There's a fundamental difference in the way we're going to see things. We're not going to see eye to eye on this issue. We're just not. Our tests in life are different. A woman's test in life is material. A man's test in life is a woman. Now, by test, I mean that those are the things that we desire. Men have nice cars. Not because they like nice cars, because they know women like nice cars. That's how it goes. Because men are hunters, and the car is the bait. And a woman comes and says, ooh, nice Porsche. Gotcha, bitch. That's how it is. That's true. Come on now, you go to a woman's house, her house be comfortable as shit. Women love comfortable surroundings, so men get comfortable surroundings. But let me tell you something. If a man could fuck a woman in a cardboard box, he wouldn't buy a house. But that's still not where chivalry got killed. Chivalry got killed.
We're back on the AskCherado Show with our special guest all the way from Ohio on Skype tonight, James Sutton. You still with us?
Yo, yeah, I'm still here.
Hit us up on social media at AskCherado and call us 202-758-8607. We're talking about men who win.
Winners. And this is beautiful because we are celebrating men. This is damn near like Father's Day or something. Like this is beautiful. Thank you.
It's rare that we get to celebrate men.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm not really welcome.
Even though we won't really celebrate.
We did not, Urbanista, did we put a stamp on Kevin and Grindstone
Not
saying
at
that
all.
they were winning with a big W?
Whoa, you say we not?
All caps, bolded, underlined with
To
the
be
hashtag.
continued.
How you
Yes.
gonna take a compliment and drink?
How you gonna say I don't got business?
Because that compliment was so facetious. It was such a
Chivalry
facetious
did.
compliment, but it's okay.
All
Well,
right.
we left off where we were talking about artists and
David.
Dave Chappelle was talking about women and men not, getting
Not
along.
communicating this in the same language.
well, that's definitely true. I mean, but I think that everybody can recognize a winner, and if you can't, you're a loser.
But he was also talking.
Big.
That was a profound statement.
He was also talking about how men do things for women, not necessarily for themselves.
Well,
Totally.
the winning
Which-
a lot of times is for women.
The only reason cologne exists
Yeah.
is to attract that woman who you're not even that close to. Like somebody who could just walk by and she'd be like,
Oh, so you don't really like smelling good?
I mean, my soap game is all right, but like
Black
Soap
soap.
game.
but like
Black
that
soap.
extra
The cologne?
is to attract baby girl when I'm like in her vicinity right quick. Man, she'd be like,
It's all for y'all. All
I actually never really was big on perfume, so I dated someone who was just like
Who
buying
stank?
perfume.
Oh.
No, he just was like he was big on cologne, and because he was big on colognes, like he really was like, oh, this comes out like people like shoes. He liked colognes.
Oh, that's weird. That means he probably has a smell problem.
No,
If he's like reading about new
He
colognes
didn't
and when
have-
they come out.
nah, but back in
he
the
just
day,
like really liked colognes. Like he just liked different. He had a really large collection. Like he collected different types of cologne. Like I don't think there's anything weird about that. He didn't stink.
I like cologne.
He put me
I don't wear it all
on
the time,
to
though.
like different. Like I would have a couple of perfumes, but I wasn't really into that. And he started like buying me different perfumes. Like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. And to a certain extent, I still am interested in like different perfumes and whatever. So
I've
I
been
don't
rocking
think that's
Cool Water since '96.
really.
I'm just kidding.
You're not rocking that juke no more, are you?
Not Juke,
Curb.
though.
Blue jeans.
Fahrenheit.
Blue
Fahrenheit.
jeans.
Fahrenheit.
I'm about to get
Juke
the car
was a
again,
joint though back in '96. Like that was.
All right, so look, so hold on. So this is creatives going wild. Now, I mean, when you are a creative person, you can bring your own shit to the game. You can buy what you like, you buy the cologne you like, buy your lady, what she likes. Maybe that's another thing that's attractive about an artist. An artist does not have a glass ceiling. She never know when this shit gonna hit.
That's true.
You might be the next Basquiat, and the next Warhol might come up and find you and be like, "Yo, it's time for you to go to Venice."
90% of the time, it's not that.
It's not that at all.
Well,
you're right. 90% of the time, it's a broke situation.
I'm just saying.
You
might be that talented.
non-stable situation. The artist.
Unless you're the successful guy. Tell us about the successful guy.
Well, the successful guy is someone who can provide that very stable lifestyle. Someone who can give you all the things that you want. To the degree that they can.
And it's not tricking if they got it, that type of guy.
Well, they don't have to be rich, but they have to provide a certain level of stability.
Well, he might have a couch.
Without the
I hope he has a couch.
I'm saying everybody don't have that. Everybody don't have a couch.
They don't have a couch.
Some people got fold-out chairs.
Everybody does not have the amenities that make home comfy.
I don't know how I feel about that.
At 30 plus years old.
I'm just saying everybody don't have stuff.
Couch? You gotta have a futon.
I know dudes with Benzes that don't have proper furniture.
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's tacky. Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Nah.
Like
they'll pull up though.
You'll pull up
though.
Nah.
You feel me?
Nope.
You need a ride? Just not to my house.
Airbnb like.
So the successful guy drives a nice car, lives in a nice house, takes you out to nice dinners, buy you nice gifts. So, he's doing nice things for you. He's usually a doctor, lawyer, stockbroker.
And then what? And then what?
He's climbing the ladder of success, okay? Whether,
career-oriented.
He's very career-oriented.
He does not have
What
time.
if his soul is dark?
His soul is
He
dark.
said, what if his soul is dark?
His soul might be dark.
It probably
But
is.
he's stable and successful.
Ooh, okay, so that's it. And that's a trade-off that, like, I have some corporate, professional, successful friends. The one thing that they lack, and I don't know how women barter this, or, I don't know how you feel, but they don't have time. How you work that out?
Time, it can be a balance. It just depends on how do you spend the time that you do have? Like, are you making me a priority in the time that you do have available?
Nigga trying to rest.
Or is it after the fact? Like, oh, I just happened to be in your neighborhood today I have 5 minutes. No, you knew your schedule at some point in advance, whether it was that day or you made time for me in your schedule. Like, maybe I can't see you on Tuesday, but you have time on Friday. So on Monday, you let me know Friday we should hook up. But just making it a matter of convenience is different than not having a lot of time to spend.
Yeah, and I'm not buying that time thing, Grindstone. I've dated very wealthy, successful men, and when they want to see me, they make sure they see me.
We make time for that which is important to us.
True.
As human beings. Everybody does it. You feel me?
But dating a very successful man, I do think that has consequences as well. I mean,
he might be like, say if he's an artist, any type of artist, or any type of anything that's getting it, you have to become part of his life.
To some degree. I mean, obviously, he has
if
to make
you're not
sacrifices.
successful yourself, perhaps.
Michelle Obama.
What?
Perfect
He
example.
wasn't an artist.
I don't know, but I don't know when was the last time she defended a case in the court of law.
Perfect example. She had
such
to decide.
a bad comparison.
No. She had to decide at some point that she was going to ride his wave, and maybe they had a conversation, and he was like, after I'm the president, we'll
because
ride
there's
your
so
wave.
many presidents and first ladies.
Yes.
I mean, that's a really realistic situation.
I feel what
Send me an Obama to change my life.
I mean,
so
can we
ride
use
the wave.
like
That's all
a
I
more
wanna do in my
realistic
life.
situation?
Well,
Perhaps
we
somebody
always
who
bicker.
is a doctor, a woman that's a doctor, and a man that's a lawyer, or
Let's
vice
ask James.
versa.
James. All right, now.
James is like the proverbial god in the corner of the
Yeah.
street. Out above everybody. He's sitting back
You got the Midwest on your back
right now.
Okay,
Yeah, for real.
Are you a married man?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so he's in the street.
He said absolutely.
He said
Absolutely
absolutely
not.
not.
Hey about that.
Like not in his
Hey about that.
plans.
So look, women who deal with you know that you're pushing the line with this Ohio pushing
Against
the line.
the world.
Yeah, you
pushing a product in the streets.
So they know that you're down with the Ohio against the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they
Amongst
meet
other
you,
things. That's not the only thing that I do.
no
So,
doubt,
yeah,
no
I'm-
doubt
I'm-
about
I
it.
mean,
Right.
Yeah,
So now you're 2 or 3 times as busy as they originally thought. At what point do you have them understand that this is my thing,
My priority.
and you're my sub thing? But I care for both of y'all, but this is my thing. I can't do without this. How do you do that?
From the jump. I mean, it's just a matter of I mean, I do come with a disclaimer. Like, I mean, just in that conversation, like, yo, this is, you know, this is who I am. This is who I've always been. Like, so there's, you know, and this is how I live in my purpose. You know what I mean? And this is what makes me happy. And so, you know, I personally don't like to be involved with anybody that doesn't have their own agenda and that are living in their own purpose. Because, like, you know, iron sharpens iron. So if you're not doing your thing, and then, like, you know, and we're drawn together at some point, then it wouldn't work anyway. So I mean, I mean that game recognizes game, so it doesn't necessarily have to come out until like some 6 months later where she's upset and it's like, oh, you don't have time. Like, she might not have time for me, and I respect that.
That works in a situation where both people are successful, though, which is what I was alluding to before. Right. But if you are in a relationship with a woman whose life is centered around your life, then that time thing becomes a situation, you know, because she has a whole lot of extra time and she wants to spend that time with you, which you have limited time.
Well, you know, one thing that I find interesting in relationships, especially like, I guess this, you know, urban fly shit that we're in. A lot of people give attention to a lot of stuff, but then give very little attention to their spirituality. Now, what James said is that somebody meets me and they have to realize that I'm living my purpose. That is a very why I'm here on earth type statement.
Yeah.
That's a very spiritual thing that, you know, that you come to a realization about. If you don't spend, this is my idea, if you don't spend some type of spiritual reflective time or actively spiritual time with your person, pursuing like something outside of yourself or just focusing on that, then y'all are gonna fail, because on certain level, when a person is pursuing their purpose, one person isn't gonna understand the meaning of purpose.
Right.
They'll get jealous of the time that you spend with your purpose. Like, there's a reason why I'm here. Thanks for showing up.
But who really wants to be with somebody who does not want to put their purpose for living as the essential part of their life?
I think a lot of people.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That would suck, because that means that person is going to be resentful at some point. Like, I put my purpose to, like, my purpose.
Or not. It really depends on what's important to that person. I mean, if it's a male-female relationship and the woman, all she cares about is, you know, living a certain lifestyle.
No, I'm not saying the person they're with. I'm saying as a person. Let's say I'm dating a man, and not even I'm dating a man. I think it's especially for men that are with women. If you put your purpose aside as a man, your purpose for life aside to be with a woman who you feel like you have to modify your life for, then you do that. There's a sense of resentment towards that woman because you weren't able to live your purpose. So I'm saying, as a woman, I would much rather have a man tell me, this is my purpose, or I just know based on our interactions, like, this is my purpose, and I need this to be the core of who I am, and respect him for that. And then our relationship can be stronger because he's living his purpose versus him feeling like he's not doing that.
Yeah, but I think what Grindstone was saying is that not every person understands the importance of another person's purpose.
And, you know, and I woke up a couple mornings ago, and I'm not even gonna, like you said, I talk like the dude on the show, on the video clip.
You do.
I'm not gonna have a bunch of build up, but I woke up the other morning, and this is what happened. I didn't charge my phone that night. What happens when you don't charge your phone that night?
You miss a whole bunch of random stuff.
But how do you act when you wake up and realize you didn't charge your phone? It's kind of like a
frantic.
Scramble, right? Okay, so I did the frantic thing, plugged my phone in. Whew, my phone gets to get charged up. I get to use it. At that point, I realized, damn, I didn't charge my spirit up. I didn't even sit with myself. And then at that, and then no, but look, at this point, I'm realizing, like, man, is this iPhone gonna really save me in the clutch? Like, is this what I need? And like, a lot of the times we don't identify with while we're here, and then we don't let our partner in on the whole thing while we're here.
Women
and
often,
and like and then
I'm saying women often.
Women
Nobody
often
says
what?
men often.
y'all do.
No, we don't.
but women often what?
Sometimes they don't understand the requirements of a creative or someone who is living their purpose and their need to charge up their spirit. Like, for example, sometimes I might have to look in the mirror for 20 minutes and sing Rick Ross records. Like, sometimes I might have to do that to get where I need to get here so I can get where I need to get here. Do you feel what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay? It's different for
No,
everyone.
Not me.
I do not.
I
Well,
don't.
maybe you
That's a prime example of what we're talking about.
Okay?
For the record, I do not feel anything that's being said at this
Maybe you
moment.
need to listen to Tamia
Disclaimer.
or something.
No, thank you.
I mean, it is like you just gotta you gotta find your what works for you. Like, I mean, if dealing with a woman who be personal, and it's like if she's not necessarily fulfilled in some aspect of her personally, like, you know, it's not in her purpose or doesn't feel content. Like, regardless of how much time you spend, that time that you desire to be with me should be spent with yourself.
Yeah,
That takes a lot of growth too. And I
Yes.
think it's
Right.
interesting that Grindstone, you shared that story because you actually were someone who influenced me, unbeknownst to you, to when I wake up in the morning, I make a conscious effort. I set my alarm for like 10 minutes earlier, and I just wake up and I sit.
tight.
I don't even touch my phone. After my alarm, I do set my alarm on my phone, but I don't like, my instinct is to like, oh, social media, oh,
Right.
Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, email.
You gotta warm up, man. You gotta warm up.
Yeah, but now one thing that we had a conversation months ago, and you're like, you know, you should just wake up in the morning, just take some time for yourself. And so now I try to set my alarm up 10 minutes early because I probably won't wake up till like 5 minutes later. But I have that 5 minutes where I'm just
tight.
sitting and I'm silent and I'm just thinking about and meditating on my
Gratitude.
day and what it is that I want to feel that day and how I want
Take
to
a couple
move.
deep breaths.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. The world's becoming a better place one by one.
Yes.
One
Well,
person
let's
by
get through this list really
Okay,
quick.
okay,
So
okay.
the number 6 is daddy control. So someone who tells her what to do and controls her. So some women like that.
Zaddy.
Who
They
likes
like-
that?
Zaddy.
You like that?
I
You
don't
that?
like that.
The
Some
girl
women
from
do.
I
last
don't want to be
week, the girl
controlled.
on
Remember, I'm a
Instagram.
butterfly.
Cardi
Please
B?
let me
Cardi B
out
loves
of the
that.
cage.
Zaddy. Hey, Zaddy.
I like Cardi B.
I love
You know,
Cardi
you
B.
all love her.
She's cool. She's so smart.
She's so smart.
I like
So
her personality.
sometimes this would be someone who's particularly older than the woman, you know, so
Or
she
more
can
experience.
learn
low
more
hanging
experience
fruit.
or older.
Low hanging fruit. Really,
Older.
Kevin?
I got it. I like that.
I actually prefer older guys now.
Why?
They just,
A
I don't
woman
know.
needs a man older than her.
They just seem to be more, even if like,
They got that
I'm
good
generalizing,
insurance.
but they just seem to be more into who they are and less to have like less. You don't have to guess. Like, I like this and I like this day and it's time to generalize, and that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And either I like it or I don't, or I can adjust or not. But I don't have to like second guess.
And you get to listen to Luther Vandross.
Well, I
whenever you
used to
want.
think that, you know,
That
like
was
I
great.
used to think dating an older man was where it was at because of life experience and everything. But I do feel that some people have old souls and some people
That's
have an
true.
abundance of experiences that have shaped who they are. So it's really about who you are as a person and less about the age thing. Because there's some grown ass
They
men
can't get their lives together.
that can't. They just can't.
Plus, you want a guy that can lift you up, you know? Like literally lift you up.
And figuratively.
Yeah. Which is.
Yeah, I don't think it's an age thing. I mean, it just comes down to interest and compatibility. Like, you know, if you're an old soul and you could be, you know, early 30s and you meet Mr. Dude who's in his mid 40s and it's just y'all into the same thing, and I mean, y'all grown. Like, who cares?
Word.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Throwing down ain't nothing but that.
Well, number
And if
7.
It only matters like when you under 25 or 18, 25. After that, like, you two old ass people, like, just do what you're gonna shut up about it.
Unless you're trying to pop out some babies, then it does become an issue
I'm not,
at some
so
point.
it's fine.
What's wrong with
I
under
prefer older man
25?
with already having kids. It's
Huh?
cool.
What's wrong with under 25?
No,
Under
no,
25
meaning
is a
if
jump
you're
off.
like a 45-year-old woman and you're with a younger man and he wants more kids, then it becomes an issue.
Word.
I mean, the clock
Unless
is
you
real.
can
The
have babies at
biological.
45.
But do you want to? I mean, it's still an issue. There's more complications.
When
It's
that
not the
baby's
same.
15 kicking a soccer ball, you're going to
It's
be
not the same.
60.
I mean, can we agree that
okay.
it's not the same?
Talking about some pudding. Talking about I want some pudding. Some tapioca pudding. Talking about it's 5 o'clock. I need my pudding.
I cannot.
It's got to be tapioca.
Take the wheel. Black Jesus, take the wheel.
Number 7, the regular guy. So someone who is down to earth, loyal, and stable.
That's
tight. That's what I like.
Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want
Regular
that. ITT Tech. you want that,
Regular
dude?
guys end up in long-term relationships with women who are real regular.
What does that mean?
Wait,
This is his
Maybe I
opinion.
don't like that.
Oh, this is person's opinion.
This is his opinion, not ours. This is
Okay,
the
I take
anonymous
my
blogger.
statement back. I don't want a regular guy. That's what
Regular
that
guys work
Right.
hard. They mow the lawn and they watch a lot of TV.
means. No, fuck no. I don't even want cable in my house, let
Hey, look.
alone watching
They
TV.
may start out being fun and adventurous
I like mowing
when
the
they're
lawn, though.
younger,
They may have been a seducer.
but then they settle into daily
You better read a
activities
book.
and they believe that there's nothing better than doing what it is they're doing, watching TV.
Oh no,
And
no, I don't
riding
want a
that
regular.
John
I
Deere.
take
Home.
everything I said.
They
back.
have
John
2.3 children in a 3-bedroom house that's real regular.
That'd be
Free
boring as
barrels,
hell.
hey!
That's not the type of man that's gonna like no.
Hold up.
Sherrado nor I could have a
All right,
regular
look.
man.
Hey, tell me this.
It would be all bad news bears from then on.
What, a regular dude?
A
regular guy.
As defined by this
that definition,
this blogger.
he would
mows the lawn.
He would lose.
That shit is great.
He
mows the damn
watches
lawn.
Scandal with you.
But he doesn't want to do anything fun.
What y'all watch?
He's
I
not
don't
an
watch very much
adventurer
TV at all.
and a seducer. I need a combination of all these.
You
8
need
things.
this perfect man.
No, I don't need perfection.
Does the perfect man
There
exist?
should be a combination of those things.
Yeah.
Let's get through the rest of the statements before we go.
Wait, did you ever see this movie called Claudine with James Earl Jones when he was a garbage man?
I feel like was he like
It was
sleeping
a
with her or
classic.
something?
No, he was trying to date. I can't remember who the lady was, but she was like a high.
It was
She
white
was
woman,
fancy.
though.
No, she had her thing popping. She wasn't white. She's famous.
From
I can't
the
remember her name.
70s?
It was
Diane
the
Carroll?
70s. I don't know.
That's a good
but,
one. Though.
But
It could have been.
Curtis Mayfield did the soundtrack. It was a breakout moment.
It was the 70s. That
But
Curtis
check this
Mayfield
out.
did the soundtrack. It definitely was
so
the
look,
70s.
So look, Claudine, all her
Jesus.
friends were beefing with her for dealing with homeboy because he was her garbage man. But then
He took out the trash.
but he presented himself in a way where he held it down.
Respectful and probably chivalrous.
So he was a regular guy.
You would call him a regular guy, but
He
all her-
cannot.
everybody else she was dealing with was
Just being
strikeouts.
a trash man doesn't make
But
you
what
a
if he
regular
was a
guy.
fun trash man? I mean, I
He
might
could be
like him.
adventurous. He could
regular
be
guy
a
is not
seducer.
fun.
That's what
It's
I'm
a-
saying.
Trash man ain't fun.
But I might
He
like
might
the trash guy, the regular trash guy that was fun.
I mean, Peter Griffin is fun.
Peter
Stop.
Griffin does trash. Peter Griffin from
I mean,
Family
he's
Guy?
regular, but he's fun.
he works at the
He's
beer
not fun.
factory.
And he's regular and he's fun.
He is
He's
not fun.
crazy.
It
Toy
was
factory.
Diane
He
Carroll.
worked at
too,
Paw
by the
Taco
way.
Bam.
one time.
It was Diane.
I'm just saying the regular
70s
guy. Don't
Diane
hate
Carroll
on the
was
regular guy.
baddest Chick.
So his advice to regular guys is if you would like to become, or you would, he's recommending that you add a little adventure and
Don't be
seduction
regular.
to the mix. Dress a little better and make yourself more fun and interesting. You'll
And
be
make
able
more
to,
money.
An occupation does not define you as being regular, for the record.
Okay.
I agree, but that's what
Okay.
And the last,
I
number
agree.
8,
I would agree.
ass kissing guy. Someone who gives her whatever she wants.
a
So
woman will run through him.
he walks around saying, okay, whatever you want. I'm sorry. What's wrong, sweetie? Ass kissing guys are
Yeah.
usually the submissive.
And-
Hey, just so y'all know, the Cavaliers just tied it up with the Bulls.
Okay, we're very interested in that. Thank you. Thank you for the update. Cavaliers just tied it up with the Bulls. Go Ohio.
In preseason.
Cleveland rocks.
So
Remember
they
the Drew
say
Carey
that
song?
women who are dominant and controlling usually like an ass kissing guy.
And this is different from the sin on my face guy. This is a different person.
Ooh.
That's totally different.
If
Completely
this is different from the ass licker guy, the ass
Also
eater.
different. Also different. It's a different guy. Different guy.
Okay, because that's
I
the
just
P
wanted to
man, the ass
So
eater.
Verify.
Kevin and Grindstone and James, do you guys, what combination of these 8 things, kinds of personalities that make up
Oh boy.
a winning man
Let's go
do
back
you
over our
think you
notes.
encompass?
Okay.
Did I personally encompass?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
What are you?
personally.
Oh.
Describe yourself.
Between bad boy, adventurer, seducer, artist, successful guy,
Daddy
control,
and
regular guy, and ass kissing guy. Grab onto a couple of those. Pause. I can say pause. Right?
He said ass kissing. Grab one a couple.
Grab one a couple.
Grab on. Yeah, that's
grab whatever you want.
Got a little crazy right there.
After we had a conversation about meat tonight, I mean, I'm just
Feel
saying.
free to grab.
But I think I'm more. I mean, I'm definitely more of the creative. I mean, there's definitely some bad boy there. There's was it adventure? There's some seducer there. I mean, there's no ass kisser there at all, like zero.
Yeah.
You know,
a little ass kissing is necessary.
It is.
You gotta kiss a little.
Licking at least.
A little TI.
Oh my
you can have whatever you want. Is necessary.
I mean, but that's not ass kissing to me. That's just that's
bending,
the seducer part.
Accommodating.
Like there's a difference between being accommodating and then just being weak.
Well, if it's in my
okay, well, yes, we definitely need accommodating.
James, what's your sign, James?
I'm a sad.
That sounds about right.
Shout out to Sagittarius. Is
No
that what you
doubt.
said, Sagittarius? Yeah.
Hey, so
Yeah,
look.
you guys are.
All right, so look, tell me.
And we
this.
got the same sort of.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when we got logged
Beer
on. I
gang.
was like, whoa.
It's kind of odd.
All right, well, you know,
Brothers.
as we're talking about dudes who win, there's a unanimous.
What about the two of you? You guys haven't said the combination.
How do
He
I
want
win?
to talk about dudes that don't win, right?
No. Well, you know, first of all, I'll say without even looking at my notes out this bitch.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you what it is that makes me win. So look, what it is.
Just notes. It's fine. It's okay. You don't have to read them. It's okay.
No.
It's okay. Let it
All
go. Frozen.
I have some seducer. Like I was built off seducer. Really, I was built off gentleman.
Church.
Right.
Is that one of the options?
No, I'm saying, and then I rolled that over into
He's
seducer.
writing his own.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I caught the bus every day of my life till I was like 17.
Regular.
So I got the regular dude in me.
Yeah.
But
That makes you regular dude because you ride the bus.
I was living hella regular, microwave dinners and shit.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, my shit was regular.
Lean
Like, what's fancy
cuisine.
about that?
Lean
And then look, no, but I'm saying I don't have no ass kissing in me all like that. That's, you know, I apologize, but it ain't all like that.
Yeah.
And then adventurer, yeah, you know, we'll do something adventurous, most definitely.
You definitely have the artistic side.
I have the artistic side.
So you
And,
basically a well-rounded man. Like you the Bachelor of the Year right now.
That's why I got bitches. But I don't always acknowledge them though. Like, you know, I only care about those who care for me.
Hey, that boy's a pimp.
He is.
I got bitches.
He
No,
is
but
I
what-
got bitches I don't even know about.
I don't even
But I'm
acknowledge
saying,
it.
you would say like how some people have like fans or, you know, teacher has students, whatever.
You got groupies.
Well, it's my turn now.
I don't.
think.
I got
Whatever.
hoes.
And what about you?
And they're all
I got
watching.
hella hoes. I got hoes.
You know, I'm a lot of things. You know, I'm definitely the bad boy. Take that.
Take that.
But that's like really in the past more so. I'm a creative. I'm like all these things except for ass kissing and regular.
It's a cultural
Sorry.
thing, man. Some of that stuff kind of cultural specific in some
Everyone
regards.
kisses ass in a relationship
I
though
think
at
what
some
he's trying to say is
point.
that white men are more prone to the ass kissing phenomenon.
White men are more
You know
prone
what
to ass
though?
kissing.
White men, but there's some I guess Asian men can be accommodating as well.
Really? That's quite different from what I've heard.
Nah,
Asian
I've
men
seen
being
something
very-
like in interracial relationships. Let me add that too.
Okay. Not in Asian
Yeah, but
Well,
what are you gonna talk about the unsuccessful things now?
no, fuck them. I mean, forget them. No, forget them. I just want to know, like women, we need to know from you. No, really, this is all we want. This is what we want. We want y'all. We want a round of applause.
We weren't
round
asking
of
what you
applause.
want.
Yeah, for
see
the
We were
that.
actually here to tell you what you needed to do to
Boss
win.
it. Boss
We weren't
it.
asking.
Oh, we have to tell the dudes, right?
No,
how they win?
We were telling you guys what you needed to do to win.
Well, maybe we won already, first off. And maybe we should then go and tell the other dudes.
But we actually already established that
how
you
to
didn't
win.
earlier.
But I had won. I have a winning record. I don't know if.
Well, right now you're winning because you have the great girlfriend.
Yeah, so I won.
So you're winning right now,
Yeah.
but just don't lose her because then you wouldn't be winning after that. Temporarily.
Hey, look, man, if you
She's
want to win,
great, so-
hold on, look, man, if you want to win, this is what you got to do. You got to have a comfortable bedroom space.
Uh-huh.
With like a couple things that smell good up in the joint.
Stop.
No, listen, I'm telling you,
bed.
no,
You
listen,
have a home.
You
Let's
do.
Tempur-Pedic.
No, look, and what you have to do.
No.
Yeah.
Having a bedroom space in your mom's basement is not the same thing as having an environment.
Man,
it's
listen,
nice though.
Listen, just listen to a veteran. So you have to have like a comfortable nest.
Is there a 44
Okay.
back there?
You also
Shotgun.
listen. You also have to
Shotgun back there.
be able to talk about various topics that are current and way over her head like a shower nozzle.
Ooh.
You have to be able to go there.
No.
You do.
No.
Just the party and
Why you saying no?
How y'all gonna tell? How you gonna ask a question?
What he's saying is not really that pertinent.
You gotta
How
smell
you
good.
gonna tell us what we?
Let me tell you what
we
you
as
don't
women
need
like.
to ever give me.
You gotta give her a
is
massage.
game.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I'm the referee.
I'm
about to give you a red card. That's
You,
what
you
I'm
got
about to do.
you got to know how to give a good massage.
Yeah.
Massage.
I would agree with that. I do
Yeah.
need to get
Just
Yeah.
come in a spa. You have to do all that.
And then,
But
and-
really, you need to
massage
refer
the
back to my
undercarriage.
list of 11 with the secret 12 is what you
What's
need
the
to
secret
do.
12? We never got to that.
No, it's a secret.
But you gotta tell.
I think I have an idea.
and then everything you do after a while, listen to her just listen to her every now and then. But like,
Every now.
but when you listen,
Gentlemen, do not
Yo,
listen
yo,
to
yo,
Grindstone.
every
I
week we
give
listen to
quizzes
y'all,
and
every
tests.
week
I'm
we
an
listen to ladies,
educator
like
by
this
heart. So
you cannot listen to her all the damn time. She just be
Yeah.
listen to her every now and then buy like one of the things she had mentioned that
Must
she
you be
needs.
that condescending toward women?
No, it's not. It's just real. I'm talking to men. I'm talking to men. I'm just saying that's what it sounds
She don't know
like
what
when
she
you're
wants.
talking.
She don't know what she need.
That's just what it sounds
Y'all
like.
need-
That's not what you're
Next
saying.
week on the
Jesus.
AskCherado show, it'll
Black
be me and the
Jesus.
Urbanista.
Yes.
Solely on
so
the
we
show.
can actually get through some
So-
shit that women do actually want and
We're about needs, boo.
needs.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we'll
any
get in.
final thoughts? We need to wrap up the show tonight.
What are your final thoughts?
Yeah, you've been talking for a minute.
I already
Not really.
shared my 12 points with you with the secret 12 points.
Which is actually not a secret.
Well, then I have a couple final thoughts. KLM, here's a final thought. Guys, if you want to win, treat women like they're people. It's crazy. Like, they'll...
as they have not done tonight on the AskCherado
I'm
show.
just
Not
saying.
at all.
And you will be
convince them-
immediately friend zoned.
Not
Convince them that you
parakeets or
think that
pets.
they're actual people, and then you can
Convince
get what
them
you
that
want
you
from them.
think.
You'll be friend zoned
And
out.
I'm only built for Cuban links.
And then Urbanista.
Shit. I don't even know.
You guys shut her down.
At the end of the day, I think that the man who wins is the man who is willing to take the risk, to be honest about his intentions and open to the experiences and consistent. Like everything else,
Consistent.
if everything else is subjective. Like if you are who you are and you're real about who you are and you have no problem being who you are, then don't try to modify that. Just be real.
Word up.
Grindstone.
3 things.
We have like
Don't never let nobody punk you ever, but especially in front of your woman.
Word.
Number 1. Number 2, always have food available on deck
And kombucha.
as an option. She don't always need to cook it, but you can always have some on deck. And then always act like you're listening. Always.
Yeah. Coconut water.
Well, thank you so much, James, for joining us on the
Thank
show.
you.
Thanks for having
Good
me,
to have
man.
you back. We're wrapping it up right here on the AskCherado show. See you next week. This is Cherado signing off.
Cherado on the AskCherado show on
This Grindstone.
WLBS-ListenVisionLive.com. Fierce, fearless, fabulous. Excuse you.
This is Grindstone on the AskCherado show. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for real live opinions on love, life, and leisure. Visit us online at www.AskCherado.com.
AskCherado. It's AskCherado, going worldwide. Now call me up and we'll talk for a while. You want to keep it simple and hear the tea? Believe me, this is the place to be. Excuse you, you crazy for real. Excuse you, you crazy for real. Real chica say word. AskCherado.